Well, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. It's such a great, beautiful day. It's really hot here in Nashville, the middle of May, and it feels like middle of July. But I am so thankful to have been able to just get off the phone with my mother, wishing her a happy Mother's Day. I'm a little distraught that I couldn't be with her this year. I don't know how many more years I've got left with her. So I wanted to bless and honor her for the great mother that she has been, watching over me, caring over me and my sisters, our family. My father was in the career Navy guy, and we lived all over the country, and he was gone on ships months at a time sometime, and she would have to be the one taking care of us. And I'm sure there were times when she felt lonely and afraid, and she endured, and she raised us, and she protected us and breathed into our lives, and we just rejoice and are so thankful for her as our mother. And for my own children, oh my goodness, my wife Gigi is not only a great wife, but she is a wonderful, wonderful mother. I am so blessed. My children could not have been born to a greater mom. I'm absolutely convinced of that. And let me tell you, it was not easy. Ladies, some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. By the time Trey Spires got into this world, we had been through 3 miscarriages and a 9-month stillbirth of our first daughter, who was stillborn on the day she was supposed to be born alive. There were many of those early Mother's Days in our marriage that were so difficult and grievous to my wife as she watched all of her friends having children, having babies, and we just met difficulty after difficulty. And that's hard stuff, and some of you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it just makes you that much more thankful. So, oh my goodness, my wife is just so delighted and thankful to be a mom, and we're thankful for the 3 great children this side of heaven that God has given us. Look forward to rejoicing with the ones on the other side when we finally get home. Now, Mother's Day is not something that we just made up to do in the U.S. God ordained Mother's Day because He ordained mothers. And He said in one of the 10 commandments, honor your father and your mother that your days may be long. In other words, it's a commandment with a promise, and we are told by God, commanded, not suggested, to honor our mothers. Proverbs went on to say that our mothers should be able to rejoice in the fact that they gave birth to us. So that's on us to try to make sure that our mothers are glad that we are their sons and daughters. In John 19, the last blessing Jesus gave on the cross was to His mother, when He looked down and He said, "Woman, behold your son," and He said to John, "Behold your mother." He wanted to make sure that His disciple, the one He loved so much, would take care of and look after His mother as His own mother. What an amazing thing that Jesus blessed and provided for His mother and was concerned for her is the last thing He did before He gave up His Spirit. And then one last thing. This morning I was asked to preach at the rescue mission, and I did that. And a lot of those dear brothers in life recovery programs, as some of the guys I've worked with in the prison and others in the homeless mission I'm working with now, they didn't come from great homes. Some of them came from crack moms, crack houses where their mothers had issues with addiction, alcohol, whatever. It was a bad situation. And it's really it's so hard to listen to the hurt and the grieving that goes on in the spirits of these guys, because God did not ordain it that way with our moms. And so my challenge to them, as it is for you who may be dealing with this, is to deal with the sin of unforgiveness. If there's any unforgiveness in your spirit toward your mother and your father too, but right now we're focused on moms. If your mother wasn't there for you, if you felt like that she abandoned you, abused you, whatever happened to be, you need to find it in your spirit. If you are in Christ, you have been forgiven everything. And so He demands of us that we turn around and forgive others as well. And there's no greater place to start than that with your mother or your father if there's been that kind of issue in your life. So I want to ask you right now, brother, if you've got that issue in your life, that you would right now confess that, get on the phone with your mother, write her a letter or a note, and beg that forgiveness and give that forgiveness wherever it is needed for Christ's sake. God bless you on this Mother's Day. And if you have not blessed your mother today, I want you to stop what you're doing, hit the delete or stop button on this video, and go and bless your mother.